Oh, this is a good one. Georgian Hills.
The bottles of wine in this convenience store aren't for sale yet. They're just to highlight a major change to how Ontarians will be able to buy alcohol.
I'm not a drinker, but I'm tempted to go back there, crack up one of those, whatever they are, ciders, and take a little swig.
Right now, Ontario has fewer shops per capita selling alcohol than anywhere in Canada. Once Doug Ford's plan kicks in, only Quebec and Newfoundland and Labrador would have more.
We got to treat our people of Ontario like adults, and that's what we're doing.
The changes mean nearly 7,000 convenience stores in Ontario could become licensed.
Convenience stores do this in other parts of the country, notably Quebec. They've been doing it for decades. We are very responsible retailers. We have a solid track record.
And for the first time in Ontario, privately owned stores would be allowed to sell beer and wine at prices lower than the provincially owned liquor stores.
This is a good day for the consumer to have choice, to have convenience, and to have competition.
None of this actually happens today or any day soon. Ontario's contract with the multinational-owned beer store limits how many retail shops can sell alcohol in the province for another 2 years. But in 2026, the new stores will give Ontario's craft brewers more places to sell their products.
This is one of the biggest changes to beer in Ontario since Prohibition in 1927.
Same goes for Ontario's wineries.
Frankly, it's transformational for our industry.
Despite the celebratory mood here, others have concerns about the government's move to widen access to alcohol.
They spent a lot of time talking to the people who buy beer, sell beer, and make beer. They didn't speak to anybody who's out there as part of a safety net to protect this province.
So, Mike, we're talking about freer access, but still some pretty tight restrictions on some alcohol.
Yeah, so spirits like whiskey or rum only going to be available at the government-run LCBO, and the beer store gets to control distribution of beer to bars, restaurants, and all those new retail outlets.
This is something Doug Ford, the Premier, has been wanting to do for a long time.
Yes, since before he became Premier. It was one of his election campaign promises in 2018. And interestingly, as you heard in that item, Doug Ford doesn't personally drink, but he's a big fan of free markets. So liberalizing Ontario's retail market for booze fits with his politics, and according to a lot of polls, is really popular with voters too.
All right, Mike Crawley, thank you.